Welcome to Techstination. Joining us is Jim Odom, the co-founder and president of a company called PreSonus. Thanks for joining us, Jim.
Oh, I'm glad to be here, Fred. Good morning.
Good morning. And before we talk about the cool new product that you have on the market, give us a little background about the company. You've been around for some time now.
Right. Well, we were founded in 1995, just a mere quarter century ago, and with the purpose of developing and manufacturing products for consumer audio, professional audio, and that includes recording studio equipment, live sound, production equipment, editing software. We have a software editing group in Germany that designs our what we call digital audio workstation products. You can find our products in about 70 countries around the world now, and a lot of retailers in the U.S.
And what you've got on the market now is a brand new USB microphone. That's a whole lot more than a microphone, it seems.
Yeah, absolutely. Much more. We have a line of products that are digital audio processing products. We call that DSP, digital signal processing. And those products take, a basic audio signal, say a microphone input, and add effects. Effects not meaning to change the sound, but to improve it, to make it sound more intelligible, to make it sound more consistent. And so what we did is we took some of that intellectual property of ours and we built a digital brain inside the USB mic, more or less.
And this is called the Revelator. Cool name for it. So
it is cool.
And today, more than ever, there are so many people who are working from home, even learning from home, and sound can be an often ignored part of the equation when it comes to the experience. So, but there are professional applications, obviously, too, when it comes to a product like the Revelator. So tell us what this can do.
Well, it takes on the simple level. Let's start there. It has presets built in. So it has a preset for a broadcast sound, broadcast microphone. It has a male and female version of that, depending on what you want. And then from there, it has more special effects, if you like. Like we have an AM radio to make it sound like an old 1950s AM radio microphone. Or let's say, for example, you're doing a podcast and you want some other kind of effect. We have an effect called the voice of God that all of a sudden makes it sound like you're bigger than anything else in the room. But that's more of a fun effect. But for general purpose use, it's so simple, right? You just open up this little control panel on your computer and you turn a dial and decide which sound you want, and it keeps that sound for you forever until you change it. That's on the very basic use case level. So it's really easy to use and sounds good. It gets a little more complicated, but more useful if you're an interview. If you have an interview kind of set up for a podcast, for example, like you and I are doing right now, and you have multiple sources, the microphone has an 8-channel pod mixer built inside of it as well, which is pretty phenomenal. What that means is the microphone will allow you to route a Skype audio signal to it. You can route a YouTube signal to it. You can route music playback from, say, iTunes or Apple Music, and mix that with your voice. So while you're in the middle of production, you can add effects and you can bring in interviewees and mix that all together, and then it rebroadcasts back out on whatever you're doing. You could record that, or you could broadcast it back out on some podcast live channel, like YouTube Live or something similar. So it's like 3 products in one, so to speak. It's a very simple, elegant USB mic. It's a voice processor, and it's a digital mixer for podcasting and production.
And it sounds like it could cost an awful lot of money, but you didn't price it that high. Tell me about it.
No, we didn't. It's the map price, we call it, which is the retail price, is $179.
And the whole idea here is whether you have a Mac or a PC, instead of using, if this is for the everyday person, instead of using the built-in microphone in the notebook computer, or most desktops don't have built-in microphones, but instead of using those built-in mics where the sound is often not very good, I mean, you can really tell the difference. You can really step things up.
Exactly. And it's Mac and PC compatible. In fact, you can plug this into an Android tablet too, and it'll work because it's USB. And so its processing is inside the microphone, so the computer doesn't have to do anything. It just has to recognize it as a USB mic. And yeah, for just everyday use, you just plug it in, and it comes preset with the broadcast processing on it, broadcast voice processing on it. So it just will automatically sound like it should, for recording or broadcast. And
for musicians, they can really take advantage of this too, singers, songwriters, or whomever.
Exactly. If you're a singer with a guitar, you're in luck here, because we have what we call dynamic range compression built on the mic, which is just an algorithm, so to speak, that makes everything sound balanced automatically. You don't have to understand how that works. You just turn it on. There's also something we call reverb, which is a room simulation algorithm. So it makes it sound like you're not sitting, in your bedroom, but maybe you're sitting in a little bit bigger environment like a club, or maybe you want to sound like you're in a church, so you can record it that way too.
Tell me about some of the software that's part of the package here, what you can do with it.
Well, we have an audio editing product we call Studio One, and Studio One is it records audio. It allows you to edit audio, meaning that you can fix things. Let's say somebody said something inappropriate in a podcast, you can beep that out.
That never happens.
It never happens after the fact. And Studio One Artist is a package that comes with it. Now, if you're just editing podcasts, it's awesome. It's just really simple. You just record to it. You can go back and edit it and then upload that, however. If you have a little bit of a music background, then you really get some great tools, because Studio One gives you gigabytes of loops and beats and background sounds, and it comes with some synthesizers built in and some drum loops, and you can pick one of those and add it as your bass track, add voice to it, add other instruments to it, and use that for maybe a little video you're producing, or just a song. So it's a whole suite of tools, more or less.
And it makes the whole thing very, very versatile. So tell us about availability. You told us about pricing.
Well, we are shipping now, and hopefully we'll catch up with the initial what we call load in within the next week or two.
There seems to be an awful lot going on in this space. So lots of competition, and you really are distinguishing what you're doing from some of the competition out there.
Indeed. I mean, it's you know what competition is like, the companies like ours, right? Well, I mean, when we started this project, we knew what we wanted to do, because we have all these assets, I guess you would call them, and we wanted to sort of combine them and make a really unique product. And it just turned into this, I think it came out well.
Terrific. And you've got a lot of other products on the market for people to take a look at as well, if they're looking for a gift for the holiday season, to someone who loves music or is getting into podcasts, or even just working from home, learning from home. Lots of things to look at. Absolutely.
We have Bluetooth speakers that are very affordable. Amazon.com, just put in PreSonus, you'll see a whole list of products. Or Sweetwater.com, some of our larger dealers. And you can buy a $99 pair of Bluetooth speakers that sound fabulous, or you can buy a $500 pair of studio monitors that also sound fabulous. And so it's just whatever you might need. We have controllers for making music. We have what we call a studio bundle, which has microphones and headphones, speakers, software, all in a bundle for $299, $399, depends on what's in the bundle. So, yeah, we have quite a large variety of products available for gifts and also for the professional.
The website is presonus.com, presonus.com. Jim Odom, thank you so much for taking the time with us.
Thanks, Fred. We appreciate it.